Hello and welcome to Nithrania YouTube channel. You're watching another episode of the Game in a Nutshell series designed for explaining the board game rules. My name is Branislav Berec, and in this video I'm going to do a live teach of the game called Witchdom from Albi. To set the game up, give each player a clan card, then randomly choose the first player, and the first player will receive this starting potion. That's the potion with this letter S. Potion with number 1, that's for the first player. Then in a clockwise direction, the second player will receive the potion with number 2, the third player with number 3, and so on. The game is designed for 2 to 5 players, but you can also play solo. Then each player takes a random set of novices. Those are these 2 cards. One set has the same symbol in the bottom right, and these novices are in your hand. Keep your cards in your hand hidden from other players. Then place the game board in the middle of the play area, put all the resources into the pouch, and then randomly draw 3 resources face up in each area of the game board. We have 3 areas: mountains, forest, and lake. So 3 resource tokens face up in each area. Then shuffle these 2 decks separately. This is the deck of witch cards. These are potion cards. Place it face down next to the table and reveal 1 card face up next to each area. So 1 card from the potion deck and 1 card from the deck of witches. And finally, these are objective tokens. Based on the number of players in the game, randomly draw tokens. You can find the numbers in the rulebook. You need 5, 6, 7 or 8 objective tokens in a 2, 3, 4, 5 player game. Some of these tokens will be with this dark side up. This is the difficult side of the objective. These are easy objectives. Now, if you don't play with animals, animals are here on the other side of the witch cards. If you don't play with the animals and you reveal an objective token with an animal, simply flip it to the other side. If you play with animals, it is recommended that even if you flip some animal objectives, simply flip them back to the potion side and then randomly add 1 or 2 animal objective tokens on top of the standard number of objective tokens. I'm demonstrating a 4-player game, so we will have 7 objective tokens, and let me add another one for animals. If you play with 3, 4 or 5 players, from both decks randomly choose 5 cards and set them aside or put them to the box. You may need them at the end of the game. In Witchdom, you will lead a clan of witches. You will first have to recruit those witches. You will need to collect resources, and then those witches can use the resources to brew these powerful potions. The object of the game is to score the most victory points, and you score victory points mainly for your witches, for successfully brewed potions, also for these objective tokens, and for the set of different tools. Both of these cards, the potion cards and witch cards, are double-sided. With the witch cards, one side has these witches, the other side has animals. Potion cards have either potions or tools on the other side. There are 5 different types of tools. Based on the number of unique tools you have in your clan at the end of the game, you will score victory points. The same applies for animals. If you play with animals, for each unique animal, you will score number of victory points based on the table. Basically, the more unique tools you have, the more victory points you get, and the same applies to animals. The more unique animals you have, you get more victory points, exponentially more victory points. The game is played in turns, starting with the first player and then continuing clockwise until the game ends. And on your turn, you have to choose one of the 2 actions available. The first action is called Collect. The second one is called Rest. With the Collect action, you will collect resources, recruit witches, and brew potions. This is the main action, main part of the game. Once you run out of witches in your hand, you can take all the cards back. With the Rest action, that's the action B. The game ends when the penultimate objective token is taken, then you will finish the current round and then play one more round and then the game ends. The game end will also be triggered when the deck of witches will run out. In that case, again, finish the current round, play another one, and then the game end. If that happens, you will also use these additional cards from the box. I'll talk about that later in the video. So let me now explain how this collect action works. When you take this action, you have to play a witch card from your hand. The card you play is considered to be the active witch, the active card. At the start of the game you only have these novices. Later in the game you will have additional witch cards, so anytime you play a card, place it on top of the previously played cards, because only the top card is considered to be active, and then you can take action points from that card to take actions from the game board. So let's say I played this witch card, and it gives me one action point in each area. This previous card gave me one action point only in the forest area or in the lake. Let's say with this one I get 3 action points, but only in the lake area. I'm not able to do any actions in the mountains or forest. So let's say I'm going to play this one, and here we have 3 action points in the lake. With each action point, you can either take one resource from the corresponding area, or a potion card, or the witch card. And you can also flip these cards and take a tool or an animal. Every time you take something, so let's say I want to take this resource token, put that resource token somewhere in your supply, and then immediately replenish the supply. So here I have to take one random token from the pouch and place it in the corresponding area. If you take the potion, you don't have to pay anything. Simply take the potion and place it on the right side of your clan card. So these are potions that have not been brewed yet. Immediately replenish the display with another card. That was the second action point, and with the next one I could take the witch. When you take the witch, it goes into your hand. Now, instead of taking a potion, you may decide to take the tool. So take the potion card and flip it to the other side, flip it face down, and place it to the right side of your clan card. This is your tool, which is now available to use in case you need it to brew the potion. Let me replenish the display here. You can do the same thing with the witches if you play with animals. With the base game, or when you play the first game, it's recommended to not to play with the animals, but let's say you do. So what you can do, instead of taking the witch into your hand, again you can flip it face down, place it to the right side of your clan card, and have the animal ready. It's still not in your clan. You will have to spend an action to, or you will have to tame it to put it into your clan. I'll explain that in a minute. Now, there are some cards, let's say even this novice card. These cards have this refresh symbol. When you play such a card and you activate that refresh symbol, the first thing you have to do is to refresh either all 3 witches, or all 3 potions, or all 3 resources in one area. When you refresh the witches, take all the cards, put them to the bottom of the deck, and reveal the 3 new cards face up. The same applies to potions. When you take the resources, put them back to the pouch and draw 3 new resources face up, and only then you can take the actions. So then you continue with those action points. Now let me jump ahead a few turns, and let's say I play this green witch. After you play the witch and collect the resources and tokens and witches and all kinds of items, then you can brew one potion. You can only brew the potion that you have available to the right of your clan card. To brew a potion, you need all the items listed here in the top left corner. Here we need these 2 resource tokens, and we also need this tool. When you have that, The potion that you want to brew has to have the same color as the witch which is currently active, or let me put it in the other way. The witch which is currently active can only brew the green potion in this case, or yellow. Each witch has one primary. Well, some witches only have one color. For example, this one can only brew a blue potion. Some witches can brew two colors. This one can brew green and yellow. And there are some special witches which can brew the potion of any color. So in this example, we can brew this green potion. To do that, we need these two resources, return them back to the pouch. Then you also need the tool. The tool is not discarded. You have to place it to the left of your clan card. And this means you have this tool available for later rounds. I'll talk about that in a minute. And that means you have brewed this potion. At the end of the game, you will score victory points for that potion. And you also take the witch. And the witch is also now in your clan. She has successfully proven that she is capable of brewing this powerful potion, so she became the part of your clan, and she will remain here on the left side of your clan card permanently for the rest of the game. Now, next time you brew a potion, you can use this tool which is already in your clan as the discount. So, for example, when now we want to brew this potion, we need these two resources, we have them. And then we need two tools. One of them has to be this red one. And then this is a symbol for any other tool. So now we can discard these two resources. The red tool is already available in your clan, so you don't need to use it from the right side of the clan. And then any other tool. So let me put this one here. And then with that, the potion is completed. It can be placed on the left side on your clan. And the same applied to the witch. That's the next one which joins your clan. By the way, as this symbology indicates, anytime you need to pay a resource or you need to have a tool and you don't have that resource or tool available, you can spend any two same resources and use them as any other resource or one tool. You don't convert those two resources to a physical tool that you would add into your clan. You simply replace it as the missing component. So for, let's say, as we need this one, we need a green resource. We have then these two resources for the missing one. And this symbol indicates that this potion can be brewed by any witch. So if this was your active witch, this would be another potion that is now in your clan, and this witch, if it was an active witch, joins your clan. If you play with animals, when you play a witch, so when you take the collect action and at the end of the action you don't brew a potion, instead you can tame one animal. To tame an animal, you have to discard a resource, corresponding resource from your pool. So in this example, I have to discard this resource, and now you tamed one animal. You can only have one animal of each type. And as I said, at the end of the game, you will score victory points based on the number of unique animals you have tamed over the course of the game. Again, this symbology indicates that if you don't brew a potion, then you can add one animal. You can tame an animal at the end of your collect action. Finally, anytime you meet the conditions on these objective tokens, you can claim the token. The explanation is in the rulebook, but this is very easy. Here you need one blue potion. Here you need one purple witch. Here you need one green tool, so that's this one, and so on. Here you need one animal of this specific type. In this case you need two green potions, two red potions, two yellow witches, with the primary color being yellow, which means you need these kind of witches with the yellow color. It's not sufficient to use a witch which has the yellow color as the secondary color. The witch must have the yellow color as the primary one. And here we have three witches of different color, and these are three potions of different color. So when you meet the objective, for example, here we have 2 green potions, you can take the objective token and again place it somewhere in your play area. Then if you don't have any more witches in your hand, or if you don't want to play any more witches, you can take the rest action, that's this second action. When you take that action, simply take all the witch cards you have played previously and put them back into your hand. And in addition, you can take any 2 resources from the game board. So you can take them from any area, immediately replenish those resources with the new ones. And that's the end of the action, and it's the next player's turn. The endgame is triggered when the penultimate objective token is taken from the display, or when the deck of witch cards runs out. If the deck of witch card runs out, take the 5 additional cards that were set aside previously and place it next to the game board. You will use these cards for the rest of the game. When the game end is triggered, finish the current round, then play 1 more round, and then the game is over. Then sum up all the victory points. You get victory points from all the potions in your clan, all the witches, number of unique tools based on this table. If you play with animals, number of unique animals, that is again table on the other side of your clan card, and then collect the victory points from your objective tokens. Then sum up all these points, and the player with the most points is the winner. So that's how you play Witchdom. If you have any questions or comments, I'll do my best to answer as many as I can. If you like the series, please subscribe. You can also support the channel on the Patreon page or by clicking the thank you button under the video. You'll be watching Game in a Nutshell. My name is Branislav Berec and hope to see you next time.